Hey everyone, it's Beth, and today I am going to show you how you can list your RV or camper van on Outdoorsy specifically. It is so super easy, although it can be a pain in the ass, especially when you're like uploading videos and stuff. It is absolutely worth your time because once you get up and running and everything's set, you just have to do your listing once. Then it's a set it and forget it, and you get bookings. So, bye-bye. I am going to share my screen with you and go to outdoorsy.com. I'm going to move my face over here. I'm going to just go to outdoorsy.com. Plain and simple. In the right-hand corner, it's going to say become a host. And you can list your RV or campground, which is pretty amazing. But today I'm going to focus on becoming an RV host. Now, it's super long, like kind of like a sales page, but if you have an RV, you could totally list it and make some extra money per year. Today, like right on this page, they have a calculator. So you share your vehicle type, like we have a Class B. Um, and they're saying that you can make up to $58,400 per year. I want to know what market they're talking about because I definitely believe that they give you the best numbers, but still, we're definitely making 30 grand or more on our Class B every year. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's like a year's salary for some people. Anywho, play around with the calculator if you wish, but let's go on to just clicking try hosting today in the top right-hand corner. It's so super basic. Right now, you are going to be setting up your main profile. So your name, your email address, phone number, and create a password. You must be over 18 years old in order to become an RV or outdoorsy host. So once you're ready, just click create your outdoorsy account. Now I already have, so I'm going to go ahead and just log in. Am I logged in? Yes. All right, now this is what the main page looks like when you're just getting set up. Now your initials are going to be in the right-hand corner, like everything else. Click on your initials and go to become a host near the bottom of the page. Again, you got to click on become an RV host. Is this becoming really repetitive? I'd say. La la la, try hosting today. Let's do it. It's like a big old sales page, but you can get past it. Create a new listing. Click here, and it says list your RV. Tell us more about your Class C. So apparently somewhere down the line, I said that we have a Class C, but you can change it here. Under type, do you have a Class A, Class B, Class C, camper van, fifth wheel, all of the above? Put in the year, the make, your VIN number, or your vehicle manufacturer, my bad, and the model, the vehicle model, the trim, the length, and the gross vehicle weight. If you are wondering like where you can find this specific information, go back to the title or your purchase sale agreement or whatever it is. It'll have all of that information there. Also, Outdoorsy has a customer service line, which has always been really helpful for me. I mean, I'm a person who asks a lot of questions. So, and I'm not afraid to ask them. So if you do get stumped, you're ready to give up, or just want to ask somebody who is an actual human being, give them a call. You just Google their phone number, it'll take you straight there. So once you go on to just filling out the basic info for your RV, you, I guess I gotta fill this out. I'm gonna just make something up really quick so I can get to the next page. Allegro Breeze. Gross vehicle weight. How much do these weigh? 2,000 pounds? It's an automatic. Totally making stuff up, you guys, but I just want to show you how easy this is. And if you already have a camper van or fifth wheel or something that's just sitting in your backyard or your the front of your yard or you're paying for a storage space, you can make good money off of these things that you already have, which is so super cool. All right. Then enter the address where you keep the vehicle. Where are you going to keep it? Like ours, we have a little space in the back that we kept it, but now we moved it to Arizona. So even if you change this through the life of your Outdoorsy listing, if your address changes, you can so easy change it from the website. Enter your address, click next. I wish it would let me go through. Darn it. I'm gonna have to fill this baby out. Let's see, 1111 East Lancaster Road, Hayden. I love that address. Okay, this is where you put in your VIN number. Again, you can find this on your sales agreement or purchase agreement from when you got the car, when you registered the vehicle. So you are going to need your registration when you get this. And even when you do list it, you have to have your own insurance, like personal liability, just something basic, even if you're not really using the vehicle, if it just becomes a business. Yes, Outdoorsy has amazing insurance that is going to cover your ass for each booking, but you do need to hold some sort of liability insurance on your own. For us, it's like $50 for a 2022 Ram ProMaster per month, and so it's just so cheap. Yeah, vehicle registration date, current mileage, what your unit is worth. Does your vehicle have a salvage title? I don't know what that means. And again, like, okay, I'm filling this out for the first time and I don't know what that means. I can Google it or I can call Outdoorsy customer service. It's as easy as that. Don't let any little hiccup stop you from listing your vehicle. And honestly, if you have any questions whatsoever, I have been doing this for almost 2 years. I'm pretty well rehearsed with what the inside of the listings look like and should look like in order to get more bookings and maximize your profit here. So if you do have any specific questions that you want me to answer, write it in the comments. I will be happy to make full videos for you on whatever the subject matter is specific to this. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say it has 10,000 miles, or is that 100,000 miles? It's worth $100,000. And dang, I don't have my VIN. Okay, so as you can see though, it's so super basic so far. Now on the amenities page up here, I'll just go through it. Let me see if I can go through here. I was wondering if it'll let me put in ones for the VIN. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Next. Now, how many guests can your unit hold? Is it one? Is it 10? Just bloop, bloop, use these plus minus signs, so easy. How many overnight guests can your unit sleep comfortably? Put that in. Sleeping arrangements. Do you have a king size bed? Lucky. Just, queen bed, twin bed, dinette conversion. What does your unit have? Okay, fill that out. Choose from the list of amenities that your vehicle has to offer. Does your vehicle have a dining table, a coffee maker, cooking basics, microwave, refrigerator? Now, I do want to touch on this a little bit. While this is just like a check mark thing, it's so easy. But when you go to rent out your vehicle, I want you to make sure that it is perfectly spick and span, ready for someone to come in and rent your vehicle. That is very important. It needs to be super clean if you want to make this a legitimate and long-term business. Otherwise, you're going to get super shitty reviews. Now, another thing is if you don't want to be the person cleaning it, that's totally fine. You don't have to. I cleaned our unit for the first busy season. I hated it. It helped me learn our vehicle because we had never used it before for personal. So that was the only bonus. But I'd rather a million times over pay some professional to professionally clean our businesses. So I'm left out of the equation. And the bonus to that is it's like $100 to pay somebody, but it takes so much of the time, the active time that you have to put into your business away. So it's like, oh, you have to get it cleaned on April 20th. Text your cleaner, call your cleaner, whatever you need to do. Bam, that's it. You don't have to be there for 2 hours just cleaning vents in your RV. That was a big side note, but for real, if you don't want to clean it, don't. Okay. Oh, and add dishes and utensils. Nobody wants to go on a long-term, like little glamping trip or whatever, where there's no bedding. That is very important. Make sure your bedding's clean and nice and soft, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Just get it off Amazon. And if you're interested in what we put in our van, I will be happy to make a video about that. Okay, prepare your vehicle for this trip. Pillows, sheets, blankets for each bed your guests will use. Add cookware, utensils for your kitchen setup. Bathroom essentials such as soap, towels, and toilet paper. Yes, just add it. It's not that much money, you guys, and it'll make the guest experience so much better. Okay, what about these popular items? Do you have a radio, Wi-Fi, DVD, TV, bike rack, Bluetooth? We love Bluetooth. All right. Now, see, you can tell it's really easy to get this set up. Now, this is when you create your actual listing. Now, you have to come up with a listing name. Like, I think ours is luxury apartment on wheels. Another one is like not your average Ram ProMaster 2500. I came up with fun, quirky names. I wanted our listing to set apart from others. And also, even if you just have like a super basic unit, who cares? List it anyways. You can get fun with your listing description. And if you need help and aren't so against AI, use ChatGPT. There's still a free version. It helps you copy mine, put it into ChatGPT, or just copy mine and make your own with the detailed specs of your own vehicle. Yeah, I don't care if you copy. I love that shit. Um, all right. What's included? You list everything else you stock in your vehicle for no extra fee. The trip recommendations for guests. So this is fun. Like if you live in the same area that your vehicle is in, you can say, hey, like Glacier National Park is 50 miles away. This is the best way to get there. This is the best camping spot. Stuff like that. Wherever you are in the country. Now, I need to plug this computer in or it's gonna die. So please give me just a second. Plugged. Okay, I'm back, baby. I wonder if it's gonna let me go next. I'm just gonna say luxury apartment on wheels. I'll list our listing down below so you can see it and copy it if you want. Okay, this is where you add captivating photos of your unit. Now, you don't want regular photos in front of your garage. Please don't do that. I would recommend hiring a local photographer who has a nice camera, which when we hired somebody, we just found somebody off Instagram. She's so adorable. She's young, she's hip, and she took nice photos of our unit. I think that taking nice photos in front of a beautiful location, no matter where that is, like even if you park it on your street and there's pine trees around, that's better than parking it in front of your garage and taking cell phone pictures of this. Also, imagine like if you have a couple books or something, put it out on the bed like somebody is about to dive into a really good book and just chill in their camper. Or if you want to set the scene for somebody and maybe cheers with a couple of beers outside of a like a outside of your RV with a fire burning, that would be so cute. Like set the scene, set the mood, make people imagine themselves in your RV. And that's why they have to rent your RV like right now. Okay, so add at least 5 photos. Again, like I said at the beginning, you're going to run into this if you're anything like me and think, why am I doing this? This is the worst thing I've ever done. But again, like once you set it up and you set it up right and you have nice photos, it is a set it and forget it situation. You set it up once, it's active, you get bookings, you set up cleaners and exactly when they need to be there. This can be the most efficient business without you having to spend like even an hour per week on your actual business. You just get checks, or well, they're called deposits now in this day and age. You get electronic deposits once per week. It's awesome. And I'm so glad that my husband and I delved into this. We didn't even have any history whatsoever about RVs, period. And we just wanted a different way of making an income outside of our own time. And this is an awesome way to do it. Yeah, 2 years running. So I really hope that I can just go past this point. I might just have to add 5 photos. Okay. Bam. You can drag and reorder these photos too. You can edit them if you want to, like if you're savvy with editing, adding in a beautiful sky, or like even if you're gonna generate a little photo op situation, that is totally welcomed because again, it attracts renters because they look at your photo compared to other people's and they're like, this is the most amazing thing in the whole world. So, okay. Whew! No, did it not upload? It's not uploading. Okay. Anyways, I don't know why, but then once you go to the usage part of this section, like you're halfway through the usage. Now, this is where you put daily mileage limits. So let's say somebody books your unit for 2 days. What we suggest is having a 100-mile limit, 100 to 125-mile limit per day. So if they rent it for 2 days, that's 200 miles total. They can drive more than 100 miles in one day. But if they go over the 200-mile limit, for instance, then they are going to have to pay a mileage fee, and that is per mile. We charge 50 cents per mile, and it sounds like a crazy amount. And I didn't really understand why we did this at the beginning, but it is because it discourages renters from really using your vehicle, like, and run it ragged and increase the mileage like a crazy amount in just a short amount of time. So it's protecting your vehicle and discouraging guests from going over your mileage limit. 100 miles per day is perfectly sufficient and you'll still get rented out. It's totally fine. So yeah, now, oh, it added it. Yay. Okay. Here's another thing. Are you going to allow guests to drive your vehicle? Now, in like our situation, we have a camper van, a drivable camper van, which we must allow people to drive. In other situations like fifth wheels, and if you have the luxury of time, you would sometimes people will only offer like delivery and setup. And with delivery and setup, there is absolutely a charge. Um, Do not be cool and be like, there's no delivery fee, there's no setup charge. Like, charge their asses, you guys. You're running a business. Excuse my language, but I'm passionate about this. And seriously, you guys don't downplay yourselves. This is a business for real, and people are willing to pay for the luxury for you to go out there, take your time, set up the vehicle, have it all nice and pretty for their arrival on their vacation. So, yeah, okay. I digress. Next, what is your nightly rate going to be? Um, We charge $185 when it's in Arizona, but when it's in Idaho, people apparently don't want to spend that much, so it's $150 per night. That's how we can ensure that we're getting bookings the whole time and have it rented pretty much all the time. Now, what I would do, depending on what your vehicle is, I would go in your local outdoorsy market, act as you're a customer. Go to outdoorsy.com, search your location, filter through exactly what you have. And if nothing comes up, kind of loosen your filters a little bit so that you can start seeing some units that are comparable to you and your unit. And then see what they're charging. What's super important is for you to go into their listings, see how much they're booked. Because if you're finding someone or some vehicle that isn't being booked, versus another comparable unit that is being booked, I want you to look at their nightly rate. What's their minimum stay requirement? Is it one night? Is it 2 nights? What do their pictures look like? And copy those kind of listings compared to a unit that might be rented for $200 per night, but they only have one booking in 3 months, versus a listing who might be listed for $175 per night and has 10 rentals in the next 3 months. You're going to, depending on how booked you want to be out, and I'm assuming if you're watching this video still, you're going to want to be booked and make a good income from this. Copy those who are doing really well, even if their nightly rate is lower. All right, so minimum stay. For us, we do 2 nights, and in the summer, when it's in Idaho, we do 3 nights because it is just not worth it for us to pay cleaners for one single night. We barely make any profit, so it's just a waste of time at that point. So I would definitely do 2, minimum 3. State fees, if you have specific state required fees, enter them here. If you're unsure, you can do this later. You can Google this because I didn't know if Idaho had state fees. I just had to find out. This is a learning curve, you guys, especially if you haven't done this before. Do you offer discounts? We offered a 10% discount for 7 nights. I hate to see that now just because our business has flourished and grown so much. And I recognize that people are willing to pay full price, even if they have it for 7 nights. This is totally up to you. What would you like to do? Go for it. Now, do you offer monthly rentals? Again, this is totally up to you. Do you want to offer monthly rentals? I just feel like if you did, your unit could get really beat up because you don't know what's happening with that amount of time, and a lot of damage could be done. I'm not normally a worrywart, but that seems kind of absolutely ridiculous to offer this for nightly rentals or monthly rentals, excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna say 185 for nightly rent. Aw. Oh, a prep fee. Dudes, this is sneaky. This is sneaky. The prep fee is at the bottom of pricing, and they have it automatically tabbed off. That is bullshit, y'all. But very important for you to click this on. The prep fee is your cleaning fee. No matter if you choose to clean it yourself or hire a cleaner, you must charge this. People will expect it, so it's okay. I would charge 150 for certain. We hired a professional cleaner um, in Arizona this year because we initially hired a friend and that absolutely did not work because they didn't give a shit about our van. But it is really working out with the professional cleaner. I like it because it's kind of like a second person is like making sure that they're doing a good job, which I really like because it's totally on the other side of the country than us right now. We need some people to oversee it. Anyways, I'm not able to get to this next page for some reason. I'm going to try to go one more time. If it doesn't work, okay, then the next is policies. So, what are the policies for your van? This is where you're going to start agreeing to Outdoorsy's policies and adding any extra policies that you require. So that would mean like insurance, let's say. Do you want to kind of encourage your renters to get the highest insurance policy that Outdoorsy offers? That is where you'd set your parameters there. Then the review section is just looking at your whole listing, photos, listing description, listing title, exactly what it's going to look like on the outdoorsy.com website. So that's the fun part because the hardest part has been completed. Now the fun part begins where you're active, your van is listed, and you get to have a flourishing business with something that you already had. Yeah, so that is the overview of the Outdoorsy listing process. And yeah, so again, comment in the comments if you have anything specific that you want me to share in regards to running any nightly rental, really. And I will see you in the next video. Ciao.